Well, as many know, August is tomato season, and we're celebrating the versatile vegetable with registered dietitian Bailey Franklyn. Thank you for being here today.
I'm excited to be here.
You brought so many delicious variations of ways to use tomatoes because they're in abundance right now.
They are.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about why is this the right time to start maybe harvesting them, or the types of vegetables or tomatoes you might be seeing now?
Absolutely. August is tomato season if you have a garden.
Yeah.
If you are growing tomatoes outside, August is the time that they are starting to ripen, and when they're freshest. So, you know, days are long, lots of hot days, warm nights, so this is when they are peak.
They're at their peak, and they're so beautiful. Look how beautiful these colors are. I know that heirlooms can definitely have different colorings and all that, but you brought us at least 3 different types of ways to use it. So let's start with the first one over here.
Yes, so this is a cherry tomato strawberry bruschetta.
Oh.
Yeah, so we used cherry tomatoes with some strawberry to add a little bit of sweetness, and then some basil, because basil pairs so well with tomatoes. So this is a super easy appetizer. It
looks so beautiful. Yeah. I want to dig in so fast to this.
Enjoy.
The second I walked in, I'm like, oh my gosh, these look so beautiful.
I must have, yeah. So that's a great easy appetizer. This is also an appetizer. It is an heirloom tomato pesto galette. So, you know, you can take those beautiful heirloom tomatoes and your fresh herbs and create this delicious, I love it as a brunch. Or also an easy appetizer.
That's beautiful. What's the difference between a galette and a tart? Because I'm noticing this is really rustic looking. Basically
same dough, like your crust is exactly the same, it's just rustic. So you roll it out flat and then you fold your edges in. So it tastes similar, but it's easier.
Is there anything you have to do in particular? Because I know sometimes tomatoes can they have a lot of water.
They do.
Is there anything that you recommend to make sure maybe like the bottom doesn't get too soggy?
Yes, so I usually slice them, put them on paper towel, a little bit of salt, let some of that water release, and then pat them dry. Some natural water is gonna release when they're baking, but that helps to take out some of it.
Okay, that's a good tip to have. When you're baking, or when you're trying to use different tomatoes, because I know we see a lot of people are growing them, but there's also some in the grocery store. What would you say are the difference between the two?
The biggest difference is where they are grown. So garden tomatoes that you're seeing this time of year are typically grown outside. So I have a garden. Some of these tomatoes are from my garden. And in farmers markets and the grocery store this time of year, those are typically where those tomatoes are from. The rest of the year, thanks to advanced greenhouse growing, actually you can, tomatoes are growing year round, and they are ripe and they are local to Ontario. So even if you see tomatoes in the grocery store in February, they might still be ripe and fresh and from Ontario, but they've just been grown indoors. So it's indoor, outdoor.
Is there a specific way that we should be keeping tomatoes at home? Like, I know there's sometimes when, like, I'll get a tomato. Well, currently right now, maybe you're gonna frown upon this, but I have a carton of cherry tomatoes and they're sitting in my fridge. Is that a no-no?
So tomatoes usually like room temperature. So keeping them in something like this, you can even keep them in the container, but at room temperature, out of direct sunlight, not in heat. They don't love heat, but they don't like cold. So if you keep them in your fridge, they can change the texture and flavor. So they're not their most optimal quality. Once you slice them, like all of these things would go back in the fridge, but a whole tomato you want to keep on the counter.
Just on the counter until you're ready to use it? Okay, you have one final recipe for us here. This one looks delicious.
So this is a roasted tomato pasta. And if I have tons of tomatoes, doesn't matter what kind, and they kind of just like past their prime, I roast them. Garlic, onion, olive oil, salt and pepper, roast them, blend them, and then you can freeze it for later.
That's so easy.
So that in the winter you have fresh pasta sauce. You can turn it into soup.
There's so many different ways. When you roast it, what's your best tip? Is it high heat or low and slow?
I usually do 400. So hotter for maybe 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how many tomatoes you have in there, how big your pieces are. But yeah, it adds a little bit of sweetness and it adds lots of flavor.
Yeah, and I know like roasting it with the onions and even garlic. I was telling you before that I have a carton. They're in my fridge, I know. But yeah, we'll be able to roast it up. Where can people get more info for your recipes?
Yeah, you can head to harvesttablenutrition.ca and you can find all of these recipes there.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break. More Morning Live coming up after the break.